Hi everybody, this is Sarah Al-Amiri in Why Not Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to our program Why Not? I'm your host Ahmed Murad. Hello, dearest of dear viewers. I'm your host, Ahmed Murad, and welcome to our program, Why Not? The program that focuses on everything that is happening here in our beautiful country of Kuwait. As you can see with the background here that I have right now, we're currently in Mubarakiya market, or what we know as Souk Mubarakiya. And in today's episode, we are continuing our exploration journey of all the different things that Souk Mubarakiya has to offer. So, you dear viewers, why not you join me as we get to see what this place has to offer for everybody. Let's go. Well, we've made it inside the shop, and I mean, I'm already tricked. I guess there's a lot of, let's say, cooking essentials right here. As you can see, we've got dried cilantro over here, and then, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is za'atar right here, and then we've got oregano, and then we've got, come take a look at this. I assume a lot of people are not aware, but this is actually jirish, or what we call yirish as well, you know, and it's not cooked state. And this is, I think, wheat right over here. And then if you were to follow me right here, I think there's a mix of dried fruits that we have right here. As you can see, these are dried wild berries that they have right here. And then I am not really sure about the other ones. And as you can see right here, this is zabib that we usually use a lot, what we call raisin in English. وشنو عندك بعد هنا هاي المكسرات؟ ايه توت, yes. So as I was saying, wild berries from a lot of different countries. And then if you were to look over there, this is something that we're quite used to, but we've got a mixed sort of nuts, or what we say مكسرات. شنو انواع المكسرات اللي عندك هنا؟ Snowball right here. So you've got almond. Yes, pistachio right here. Pistachio, as you can see right. As you can see right here, dear viewers, these are pieces of pistachio that they have right here.
That's صنوبر مع
Cinnabar right here, and then a lot of kaju,
كاشيو
مكسرات right here, and then
المون.
في almond هني. And so it's interesting. I mean, for all sorts of needs that you require when it comes to, we do love to put a bowl of mixed nuts when it comes to, let's say, our gatherings or in occasions. And Barkia is probably the best place for yourself to get yourself some. As you can see, we also have some fustaq right here, pistachio in its own shell. And then, as you can see, they've got their pistachios in their shell, which is something that we're traditionally very used to. And then there's like sunflower seed and just a lot of different mixed nuts that they have. So this is just a part of what Souq al-Mbarkiya has to offer. And then come take a look at this. This is very nostalgic, but right over here, these are essentially, if I'm not mistaken, I think هذا لوز صح؟ Yeah, so this is almond that is covered in like this substance that makes it have a candy taste, and they used to put this a lot in our gerge'an, in our occasions. I used to really be into them when I was young, but right now I can't really stand them. They're too hard for my teeth. Maybe signs of me getting old. But yeah, this is just a part of what the Mbarkiya has to offer in terms of just leisure and everything that you can see. So as you can see right here, I've got something that I was really interested in. Apparently these are pumpkin seeds, as you can see. So I've noticed that there is a lot of different types of sunflower seeds. What can you tell me the difference between it? What is this one?
This sunflower, the black, and this lemon and salt.
Lemon and salt.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then this one?
With smoke.
Smoked. Yeah. We're quite used to this one. Yeah. Smoked with masala.
This is with salt.
This is with salt. Yeah. Salted. Yeah. And then this
Without salt.
without salt. Yeah. So this is unsalted. And this one, what's it called?
Nigel.
Nigel. Well, I'm not sure what the name is in English, dear viewers, but you'll just have to do with this. I assume this is some sort of, and this one you can eat, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. It's the first time I see nigel is what they're called, I assume. My director is making a surprised face. She thinks that I am actually joking, but I'm being very real. This is the first time that I see this kind of, I'm quite used, I thought these were like some sort of almonds in the beginning, but apparently they're not. They're something called nigel, and she's still laughing. But Mr. Mohsen, let's continue here. What is this one?
This is the name Anchichak.
Anchichak.
Anchichak. Yeah.
Anchichak. Interesting.
Salt and lemon.
Salt and lemon. So I assume, when you eat it, you make an anchichak kind of voice, like tick, tick, tick. I see. And then we have here pistachio, right?
Pistachio from
Yes.
with lemon.
With lemon as well. Oh,
With salt.
with salt. And then this one
without salt.
without salt. Yeah.
Okay. This walnut.
Walnut
From
over
Chile.
here. Yeah.
This walnut from China with vanilla.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. Come take a look at this, dear viewers. As you can see here, we have what we call mukh, which actually people, my parents, especially my mother, whenever she tells me to have some of these, she says that it improves the brain. Maybe because it does look like a brain, as you can see. It's very, very interesting. But continuing on, I think also there's a lot of different syrups that you have, right? There's pistachio syrup.
Pistachio.
Yes.
Pistachios.
Cashew syrup, yeah. Saffron syrup.
Cream too.
Yes, everybody knows this one, yes.
This is peppermint. Okay. This is tamarind.
Tamarind,
Yeah.
yes.
This is cashew.
Cashew as
Okay.
well. And then this is
marqadoush.
marqadoush water,
Yeah.
yes. Let me tell you, marqadoush is amazing when you have any sort of stomach problems. Just few sips of marqadoush water would solve all your stomach aches and stomach problems. And mashallah, it's very, very interesting to see that there is a lot of different things, almost everything, that is related for mixed nuts and cooking goods. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Mahsen. We appreciate it. Thank you. Well, let's jump into the next sections and see what Mbarkiya has to offer for us as well. Let us go. other part of what Mubarakiya is known for is obviously bukhur, or incense. So come and join me as we get to explore everything that's related to it. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So as you can see right here, dear viewers, they have a lot of different types that they have. So what can you tell me about these right here?
العود هذا اندونيسي بابوا، جزيرة بابوا، النوعية هذه والنوعية هذه.
So it's from the island of Babua in Indonesia, and then
هذا بورمي.
yeah, this is Burmese right here.
هذا تراد.
Trad.
هذا ماليزي الأول.
And then
Malaysian.
we have Malaysian right here. وشنو الفرق بينهم من ناحية الروايح يعني؟
أخوي كل عود له ريحة معينة. في سويتي، في على يعني زعفراني، في يجي حاد مثل الماليزي يعني ريحته قوية، حاد. وفي سويتي كذي يعني تختلف كل.
So as he's telling me, dear viewers, that each incense has its own kind of fragrance, and he was telling me, for example, the Malaysian one, it usually has a very strong, let's say very rough smell, and then there are other ones that have more akin to like a sweet kind of smell, a more gentle smell. Mashallah, it's amazing. I mean, there's a huge collection, and you know, we tend to use these almost every day in our households, in our workplaces, for occasions, or sometimes not even occasions, but you know, almost every day that we burn these just to, you know, make the overall atmosphere of, let's say, the room or the place smell like very nice. And yeah, this is just a part of what they have to offer here. And if you can come right here, I'm also interested in, they've got a lot of different designs right here of like, let's say, incense burners right here. They come in all kinds of sizes and shapes, and it's just very, very interesting. This is an entirely whole different world of what they have to offer. Right over here, if you can see, there is a huge different mix of ouds right here that we tend to wear. We sometimes apply them right here, and I think that they have a lot of different ones, you know, coming from a lot of just different places, different fragrances, just almost, yeah, everything different. شنو أكثر شيء عندكم ينباع
أكثر شيء الكمبودي هذا.
Cambodia. So as you can see right here, we have Cambodian oud right here, which is, he's telling me that it is he's telling me it's the best seller. وشنو الفرق بين خلينا نقول من عود لعود؟
العود، دهن العود يعني كل دهن عود له ريحة معينة، مثلا الهندي ريحته قوية جدا. في ناس يرغبوا للريحة هاي، في ناس برغبوا الكمبودي سويتي، التراد سويتي، السيلاني حلو. يعني كل دهن عود له رائحة معينة. بس أكثر شيء المرغوب الكمبودي درجة أولى.
So as he was explaining to me, dear viewers, for example, the Indian oud has a very, very strong smell, and a lot of people are into this kind of thing. They do love to have, you know, a very strong fragrance going on. But he was also explaining to me, for example, the Cambodian one is more, let's say, akin to a sweeter smell, something more gentle. And I'd be honest, I would definitely go for Cambodian more, because I do love to have, you know, somewhat of a gentle smell, a smell that, you know, kind of reminds me of very sweet, very gentle, very easy times. But to each to their own, and that's the beauty of, you know, the fragrance world. You have a lot of people that are into a lot of different kind of fragrances, and this is just an example. I mean, shops like these play a big part of, you know, the markets here at Mbarkiya. So this should be a wrap for this section. Why don't we go outside and get to check all the other sections? يعطيك العافية. Thank you.
الله يعافيك.
شكرا.
حياكم الله.
حييك هلا. Thank you. Well, continuing on our journey of walking across Souk Mbarkiya. Oh, look at this. I assume these are used for showering, and I assume people that have, you know, let's say OCD, or they're very, very into cleaning themselves, they should probably get this one. So I can't imagine using one of these. They're very tough, I have to say, but I'm pretty sure if you were to scratch your back with this, with some soap, then, you know, you're probably going to be eliminating all kinds of dirt. And then they've got a lot of different, let's say, shapes and colors and forms of them right here. And then, you know, you've got this right here and there. Let's see, let's check this one out. If I could pull one, maybe. There we go. As you can see, this one right here, and then, you know, you could just scratch your back with it. Maybe I should end up getting one, I think, because it's very hard to try to kind of like, you know, using a normal fufa, and then you're trying to, this one would just mitigate all of it and make you, I might actually get this for myself. Interested in getting one, you know. It also kind of looks like a comically large toothbrush, so just imagine me brushing my teeth with this. We'll just put it back right here, dear viewers. And I mean, that's the fun part about Souk Mbarkiya. There's a lot of shenanigans, there's a lot of trinkets, there's a lot of things that you could just come here. I mostly come here in my free time, and I always, you know, end up buying stuff that I was not planning on buying, but, you know, this place gives you the opportunity. You know, there's a lot of things to look for, a lot of things to buy, and a lot of things to purchase. So let's continue on straight ahead and see what this place has to offer for us. Let's go. As you can see, dear viewers, we are surrounded by a lot of gold and a lot of different jewelries. And well, we will actually leave this for a future episode because there is so much, and there is so much to capture, I mean, to talk about when it comes to all of these different shops. So stay tuned, and why not, as we get to explore these hopefully in the future. I mean, I was telling you that you almost find anything here in Souk Mbarkiya. Come take a look at this mixed set of jewelry. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you only see in TV shows or movies, and I'm quite surprised. I mean, these are real, and these are actually here. And I was just really flabbergasted. I was taken aback by, I mean, the designs. I want you to come right here and look at this one, for example. You know, it's just very beautiful, the colors and the design. And as I said, these are sets that you usually see in, like, let's say, ancient era TV shows. You don't get to see them in real life a lot. So this is the wonders of Souk Mbarkiya. You always come across a lot of different things, and I bet these are very, very expensive. But yeah, it's interesting to see. Beautiful pieces of jewelry. So, dear viewers, I also want to take a moment in this section to talk about a lot of these shops. Obviously, we call them Atara, but I guess there's a lot of namings in let's say, the English language. There are shops that usually sell a lot of things that are related to, let's say, holistics or apothecary. So if you were to come right here, you know, you have a lot of different, first of all, you know, here we've got, you know, paprika powder, a lot of things that are used in cooking and also in creating a lot of different stuff. We have sumag right here, as you can see, and then, you know, going into here, we've got a pack of cinnamon, as you can see. And then, you know, we've got zirishk right here, which we absolutely love with our food. And then, you know, we've got grinded red pepper, as you can see. And these shops have a very important role here in Souk Mbarkiya, because a lot of these things you don't just see in bigger shops or like supermarkets, but these places have, you know, been here in Souk Mbarkiya for a long while. As you can see right here, we've got roses here, and then we've got some lavender here. So it's not just stuff that you eat. You could use these in a lot of things, such as, you know, they could be used as cures, for remedies. Remedies is the word that I was looking for. And it's, I mean, very interesting. You've got a lot of products and a lot of things, let's say herbal tea, holistics, things that you could use for your hair, for your skin, and even for your health. And these kinds of shops play a big role in the foundation of Souk Mbarkiya, because before everything that was here, these shops were pretty much what Souk Mbarkiya was known for, and also to this day is known for. You know, a lot of people come here to visit to get a lot of these herbal needs, these holistic needs. And as you can see, dear viewers, we've got babunich right here, which is very good for stomach aches, and, you know, it's a very good remedy for stomach. And then you've got the lavender here, which they usually mix it with hot water. It's good for drinking, you know, for calming down the nerves. And it's also very good to use as, you know, hair product. And then you've got rosemary here. Obviously, we do know what rosemary is. It's used in almost everything when it comes to shampoo, you know, usage, or when it comes to food as well. And I mean, it's interesting. You get to see all of these kinds of products being sold here that also have multiple use, that are also proven scientifically. And as you can see right here, we've got a lot of different mixes of herbal tea. You know, we've got cinnamon tea, we've got hibiscus, we've got pomegranate, we've got sage, and pretty much all of these different types of herbal teas have their own uses for their own, you know, let's say ways of remedy. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us, especially, you know, our parents, my parents' generations, they do believe a lot in, you know, the holistic effects of these herbal teas. Dearest of dear viewers, thank you so much for joining us in today's episode as we've got into journey around Souk Mbarkiya. We hope that you've learned something today, and until next time, please take care of yourself and goodbye.